Hello everyone, and welcome back to Szpakowo. Yes, we are following hot on the heels of our previous episode, and we got our little tractor back. It's been somewhat repaired. I'll switch back to it. Yeah, it's like 75% repaired, which is good. It's obviously got some undiagnosed faults on it that we'll get looked at in a couple of months. We'll run some, like a maintenance inspection on it or something. But for now, we are coming up here to TED the field that we had previously begun mowing. I'm not sure if I showed any of that. I think I was maybe getting the mower out of the barn at the end of the last episode. But yeah, we came all the way up here to field 121 and mowed it. So now I have to remember how in the world to use this thing. So I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I need to detach from it first. And then that happens, that's fine. Let's see here. Come around here somewhere, because there's a thing what needs adjusting. Okay, we are going for shaking mode, which twists everything around. Re-angles that, and okay, plonks the bar out there. Okay, so now we get to attach back to this again. Zoom in just a bit and see about trying to TED this in a way that pulls it away from the outside. Crumbs, that has sunk into the dirt a little bit there. This must be very dusty, a very dusty landscape. Okay, so it looks like that's going to pull it in this way, I'm thinking. So let's see what happens. I'm going to need to lower it from this wheel. Lovely. And let's see. It is raking, or not raking, but TEDing. Okay, that's not too bad. It's mostly TEDing it just out behind the thing. So, okay, I was worried it was going to like start pinging it all the way off out to the side, but it's not too bad. And we do have this little thing, kind of creek-looking thing here. So, I think we're safe just to drive through that for now. There we go, lovely. Yeah, so what we're going to do with this field is normally this would be a baling contract, and we'd have to bale it all up and waz it down to what's his name, Derek, I think his name is. Yeah, but we are going to not bale it. We're going to row it back up and then go down and get our lovely, what's it called? Hay wagon, pickup wagony thing. Forage wagon? Yeah, forage wagon. So yeah, that's basically what we're going to do. Instead of baling it, I'm going to try forage wagoning it, because I think that will work as well. And if we can do that, that might speed up operations just a little bit. Not necessarily a huge amount, but you know, enough to perhaps speed things up a little bit. Now this is going to be the fun part, because I'm going to have to hop out, raise it up, and then see if I can turn it in any sort of way. That wasn't exactly what I wanted to do with it, but I suppose it works. Okay, now we can drop it down again. It's one of those things where, because it's a mechanical one, if I leave it on the ground, it's just going to like shoot everything off in every which way possible. And we don't really want it doing that if we can avoid it. Now what I might try doing here is just, I think this was what we did when we were mowing it, the sides weren't too bad, but going across in the middle here, yeah, I think we are just going to turn. And yeah, there we go, catch it like that, that should be fine. So yeah, around and around and around we go. This is going to be a nice bit of money for us, and both these contracts should get us a little bit more off of the price of that field. Now it's not going to be much, but it should knock it down by another 10% on... Oops, missed a bit there. Oh well. Yeah, it should knock it down another 10% off of the current discount we've got. I think we've got 25% off at the minute, so it should hopefully take it up to 35% off, which, yeah, it might knock it down another 500 euros, something like that, which is fine. And I've been having a look around, and it looks like there might be some sort of wood type sheds that I can get my hands on. Oh, there we go, that might actually work doing it this way. Yeah, there's a couple of fairly cheap sort of wood sheds available. They're not quite flat pack ones, it's just a bunch of old wood and some frames and stuff that I think we can get in and have set up for us. Maybe get a couple of the local lads over to help, help install the sheds. But yeah, I've got my eyes on some stuff. So hopefully by the end of this episode, if I can get these 2 contracts done, we'll have enough money to get that field, get a couple of sheds, and get ourselves sorted. Yeah, start getting stuff moved around and tidied up quite a bit, because yeah, everything is packed into a very small space and not exactly in much of a good order, really, if I'm honest. It is all over the shop. Yeah, but such is the life of the small farm. Yeah, we need all this equipment, but then we don't have anywhere to actually store it. But that's going to change. It's going to get all nice and neatly arranged in some sheds. So I'm just concentrating on this a little bit, trying not to go too far out of the way. Can I get all of this in one pass? Oh, I'm missing a couple of bits there. Yeah, we'll just run back and get that then. Oh, you'll have to go down a little bit this side. That's fine. Spin it around. Lovely. I do like this rake. Now, I was tempted to pick up another one, because I think there's one on sale in the shop right now. So what I'm going to do is raise this up quick. Oop, not climb on it, raise it. If we have a look in the shop, in the sales, yeah, they got this little SIP Frvetz 234, which is not as wide, but it is a PTO driven, I believe this is the windrower version, so yeah, it's got potential. There's a few other things on sale here, but that price on the MTZ is deceptive. I would not trust that, because when we go in here it says it's got an extra 16 grand on it. Yeah, oh, excuse me, that is not nice. If it was 5 grand we might consider it. Oh dear, I seem to have got the hiccups. Yes, but yeah, that's a quirk of the mod, I think, because it's a set of tractors at different horsepowers, things like that. So it kind of, yeah, it kind of jacks up the price on them depending on the horsepower, because it's making like you've got the engine, different engine thing installed, when it might have been better if it was just a mod with different engine options that added price to it, something like that. So I think the cheap, or the lowest engine size one is actually only about whatever that price was is what it would have been. But there you go. It's alright, we've got our little old workhorse here going along, and our nice Deutz as well, so that should be more than enough for a while. In fact, that might actually be all we need really for this farm. I don't see us having a particular urgency to get anything else. So this is mostly tedded now. I don't know if this is actually affecting the contract stats. I'll have a look in a second here. Let's have a quick look. Contracts. No, it's not affecting that. So at least we haven't had any of that bizarre auto-completing, self-finishing contract weirdness that we had the last time we did one of these. You may or may not remember that some episodes ago we did a baling contract and it ended up completing itself after like I did half the mowing. It was very strange, that one. But luckily I think we've got past whatever that problem was. Yeah, I think we... Oh no, I missed a little patch there. And another little patch there, so we'll just go down here. No, actually, let's go across here and get all these little odds and ends that I'd missed. Just so it doesn't cause a problem. And of course I missed another one. Oh well. I'm not going back for that one. I could, but nah. We'll just get that. I'll get this one. Go back up here. Get this little bit. And this... Oh, you know what? We might as well go and get that one last little patch as well then. And then we've got a nice field of hay, which I need to figure out how to how to row. So yeah, let's raise that up again. Unhitch, and this side. Double check that again. Where is it? There we are. Raking mode we want now. So that switches that all around. That goes that way. And it plonks the thing out there, which is really super helpful. Thanks for that, game. Not helping. Not helping. See if I can grab the handle. Can I grab the handle? Are you going to let me grab the handle? Okay, maybe I can just turn this around quick. Just pull it a little bit. Give it a bit of a push. Try and get it in a more helpful position. That's probably gonna... Yeah, it's just gonna rotate back around that way. Oh well, we're gonna have to drive in the creek. Or this little stream or dry riverbed, whatever it is. Let's hook it up quick. And drive forwards now. How does this TED it? That's gonna TED it onto the inside edge, isn't it? Okay, so let's go this way, I think. Because we're going to want to pull it away from the edge. So if we start here. Oh, actually, yeah, we did do that, didn't we? Okay, we're going to start here. See how it goes. I mean, how bad could it be? There we go. Yeah, we'll do this up and down a couple of times just to pull it in a bit. Yeah, lovely. Oh, there's a bit of grass we missed. That's okay though. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've used this little tedder. Windrower rake thingy. Combination piece of equipment. I wonder if there's a modern version of it that does all these different functions. If there is, I'm not sure what it is. Okay. Straighten this one up. There we go. Raise it up and spin it around, I guess. Lower it down. Yeah, this is the only awkward part. We have to keep getting in and out and in and out and in and out just to raise and lower the thing. But we are getting a nice windrow going there now, so that's good. Let's see if this is going to work. Yeah, that kind of worked, yeah, okay. I think we can live with that. Come up here, wang it hard to the left. Try not to get stuck in the reeds, or the weeds, or whatever they are, the rocks. Lovely. Okay. So we've got, yeah, this is going to take a little bit of time. Obviously we don't have access to the land, that's fine. I don't want to bore you through the whole long process of doing this. I know we've seen it all before, and that's okay. So I'll whiz through and get this finished off, and we'll see you back once, probably once we've picked up the, oh crumbs. Once we've picked up the forage wagon thing with the other tractor, because what I'm going to do, you can see it kind of off in the distance over there. We've got it set up next to the next field, field 136 I think it is. So what I'm going to do is drive this tractor over there with this on it, and then drive the big tractor back down to the farm, pick up the yeah, what's the thing? In fact, I might actually mow first, because if I mow first, then what I can do is take the mower back to the farm. Yeah, that might actually be a better option. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We might have a little look at the mowing once I get that done, but there's still quite a lot of field to windrow here, so yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll come back in a little bit once I've started mowing the other field. So you can have a watch of that for a little bit. And then we'll see, get the forage wagon up here and have a crack with that as well. And hopefully that's going to work. If it doesn't, we'll have to switch back to the old baling idea. But I'm hoping it does actually work a little bit. Because, you know, there's no reason it shouldn't. Hay is hay, but if they specifically demand bales and we have to bale it, then we will bale it. I'm just trying to speed things up just a little bit. Alrighty, we are back over here on field 136 now, giving it a good mow, and this is turning out to be a little bit more daunting of a contract than I was expecting. Our little mower is a very little mower. It's only like 2.3 meters, something like that. It is going to take us quite a while, I think, to get this field all sorted. So what I decided to do, I'll figure it once we get mowed. I'm actually going to windrow it with the big tractor instead of the little tractor this time, since we're mowing with this one. We'll get it windrowed with the big tractor, and then take the windrower back down to the field, back down to the farm rather, and pick up the old forage wagon. But yeah, this is quite a mighty field for our plucky little tractor to do. It's a bit girthy and a bit lengthy as well. I mean, not in the grand scheme of fields, obviously, but for our small equipment, it is quite the task. But it's a task we're up to, I hope. Yeah, we are putting more hours on the tractor, but at least it's working. It's doing what it should, and we've got a backup in case it all goes a bit pear-shaped, a bit Pete-tong on us. But we should be fine, I'm thinking. I am keeping a very close eye on the hours worked as well, the working hours of the tractor, because we are due for an oil change at 38 hours and 7 minutes. And what I don't want it to do is to seize up in the middle of the field. So yeah, down in the bottom right, the working hours on the tractor, we're currently at 36.4. and it's going to conk out at 38.07. So basically, I think we should be good. Yeah, I think we should be good for a little while yet. but I mean, hopefully we can get this contract finished, and then we'll just get the oil changed in between episodes or something. Or, oh, there you go. Once we've got the new barns and sheds and stuff set up, between this month and next month, we can do some oil changes and some maintenance on the old tractor. I missed a massive portion there. My bad. Back that up. Yeah, once we get that field bought after this contract, we'll get like the garage and everything set up proper, and do the oil change in it once we've got everything moved around. Hopefully, if it actually, we need to do it beforehand, we might stop at the services on the way back down or something. Or I could always bring the oil up and do it in the field, but I'd rather not do that. Risk of getting grass in the oil pan or something. Yeah, last thing we need is hay in the sump. But yeah, so I'm going to continue on mowing this glorious field. Just having a lovely time going up and down or around in circles. And yeah, we'll get this done and get it tedded with the nice purpley doits over there, purple wheeled doits. And yeah, see where we are after that. We should be raking in a nice bit of money for these. Should be, I want to say off the top of my head, it's about 8 grand, maybe 8.5. It was at least 3,000 from one, and I think it was 3,600 and 5,000 were the amounts that we've got. So fingers crossed, we should have more than enough money for sheds and that piece of land, and we'll get discounts and all sorts. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on with this exciting job of mowing. Glorious, glorious mowing in our lovely little tractor. And then we'll get this field tedded and windrowed, and I think, yeah, we'll come back then once we're dropping off at the first of the contracts, the first load of hay, and see if it's going to work with our forage wagon. I hope it does. And we are back. Yes. As you saw in the brief sort of little interlude clips there, we did quite a bit of work on that other field. Got it all tedded and rode up nicely with the old doits here. And now we're coming back up to field 21 to pick up as much of that hay as we can. Hopefully it is still hay. Yeah, there it is. I think this unfolds. Yes, it does. Well, let's see how much we get. And hopefully this will actually work for the contract. Of course, it would help if I was lined up properly. But yeah, I'm hoping we can do this as a bit of a time saver when it comes to actually getting this job done. Because obviously, we could bale it again. That wouldn't be a massive problem, I don't think. But it would take a lot longer, because then we'd have to pick up the bales, get them loaded onto a thing, take the thing down, come back. I mean, there's still going to be a degree of back and forth even doing it like this, but I'm hoping, and it looks like this is a fairly decent capacity too, although we are getting quite a lot of hay off. But yeah, I'm hoping that this will make our lives a little bit easier doing this. And there are an absolute plethora, a metric bleep load of baling contracts to do at the moment. So, oh, we're full already. Crikey. 13,000 litres. Okay. Well, let's run this down to Where are we going? We are going to here, down to the direct sell point. What's the easiest way to get down here from up here? We're up there, so okay, that way. That's good. That shouldn't take us too long, hopefully. And then we'll see if this is going to work. And then if it does, what are we going to do with it? Now, I'm kind of... So I don't think our little tractor can pull this. It might be able to, but... yeah, this tractor itself is going to need some servicing at some point in the near future. And who knows, maybe when we put it in for a service we might check on the price of painting these wheels. Possibly we might even get the whole thing resprayed a little bit. Yeah, as much as I like the purple wheels, they are growing on me, but they are also a little bit gaudy too, a little bit of an eyesore. They don't really match the tractor, but that was what was on it when we bought it. But yeah, I might look into that and see what's available. Oh, I wonder if this is coming up for harvest soon. Let's have a quick look. Ah, it's growing. Right. I wonder if we can feed that to the chickens too. That might be handy if we can get some harvesting contracts and keep some of the leftovers instead of selling it. That might be some extra feed for the chickens. Assuming they take rye anyway. I think there might be some wheat contracts coming up soon, you never know. But first things first, let's get this hay done. And obviously the main aim is to buy that field before Camilla puts any crops into it. I don't know why I was looking behind us just then, but yeah, before she loads any crops into it. What's this one here? Stopping to check everyone's field. Oh, that's wheat. That would be a good one to get going. And barley as well. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for those. But yeah, we want to buy that field at the very least before she puts any crops into it. That way we can get our sheds loaded without having to worry about anything. But I'm also pondering upgrading the mowing equipment now as well. So we'll see what we get from these two contracts, how that goes. We are going to need to buy more chicken feed. Of course, they are eating us out of house and home at the moment. Mostly because we just haven't got to that stage where we are producing our own chicken food stuff. But soon, eventually. Okay, let's see if this is going to add up for a contract. We're not getting money, so that's good. That means it is going to a contract. Field 1, of course. It's going to do that to us, the dirty, dirty game. Well, doesn't that just figure? But we are 38% completed with 13,000. That's one load, okay. Yeah, so the for some reason it's decided it's going to do that that contract first. Yeah, that's always fun when it does that to us. So we'll get all the hay off of that one field, then off of field 121, and that might complete the contract for field 136. At which point we'll get the hay off of field 136, and that'll get applied to field 121. Yeah, I love it when it does that to us. Love it, just love it. But yeah, so you know, I'm potentially thinking about upgrading the mowing equipment, because we do have this tractor, which can take bigger equipment. We could potentially look at getting a bigger mower. We could get a rear-mounted side mower, or possibly a front mower. The front mowers might be a bit expensive though. And then like a different baler to put on the back, or just run a front mower with the baler we've got, or with a forage wagon potentially. Yeah, there's a couple of options there which might make the bigger contracts more worth doing. Well, no, it would have to be a baler or a tedder maybe on the back, because unless we get the a silage wrapper as well. I wonder if there's a wrapper. You know, I haven't actually looked at that before. I don't think there's anything new in the thing. Yeah, see, that's kind of tempting. It's a little bit less wide, but it is a raising and lowering one It's a PTO driven raising and lowering one, so it's a bit more modern than the one we've got, but it is not as wide. What we got? Wrappers, yeah. Wrapping, there it is, bale wrappers. Yeah, obviously 22 grand, we're not doing 16 grand's better from the Gavile pack. That's 15 as well, that's 30, oh that's 4. Okay, so the Euro milk only does round bales. That only does round bales up to 125. But that's only 4 grand. That potentially could be useful. It doesn't look like it's got a limit on it either for power, so we could potentially run that on the back of 1. And yeah, depending on how we have to load the bales onto it, could always get some front forks for our little Wladymirec tractor, I think that one is, the little T32. Possibly get some front forks for that, and then use that to wrap bales. If we get a cheap round baler, because I think we looked at them earlier, that would let us do silage contracts. And that could be very, very much more lucrative. In fact, let's have a quick check at those contracts. See what... because there's a lot of bale. Obviously, we'd only be able to do small ones. Silage... those are hay. Yeah, it seems like all the small... there's a silage bale one. 173. I mean, I'd hate to do it just for one... Oh, there's a 173, 171. Let's check those quick. 173, where are you? Going to be a weird field in an odd location. Oh, there's 171. That's right down there. That's very small. Yeah, we could totally do it. There's 172. So where's 173? It's probably staring me right in the face. Oh, there's 173 down there. Yeah, so we could potentially do those two. How much were they? They were like a couple of grand each. 171 silage bales, and yeah, so it'd be 3 grand each. But if we get spare bales, that might actually sell for a bit. So now I'm thinking if there's a cheap baler we could get. Cheap round baler, 25, that's out of our league. That's not a round baler. Was there a cheap one? No, they're all 20 grand. I mean, I suppose we could lease one. That's always an option. I mean, that's 130. We could technically lease that for 4 grand. That's way too much, I think. But, yeah, as round balers go, yeah, that's 17 grand, 125 centimetre ones. So, I mean, potentially, yeah, we could rent one of these, maybe. I mean, that would be 1,000. So, yeah, I mean, we could always rent one of them, do a silage contract. A couple of silage contracts, that might be worth doing. Buy that small wrapper, that would, yeah, that's a potential. That might be a thought for the next, oh, helps if I lower the pickup, doesn't it? Yeah, that's how these things work, Feldin. Can't just expect it to magically collect the stuff. There we go, that's better. And this thing definitely needs a wash as well. It is looking pretty manky. Oh, and I think I forgot to repair the forage wagon when we bought that, so that's something we'll have to look at doing at some point as well. But yeah, there's a few options. I know we always seem to do this. We get the idea of what we're doing, have a plan for spending money, and then decide to spend it all on something else. But you know, it could be one of those things that that all works out good in the end. And if these grass contracts make us a good bit of money, then that's it all works out in the end, I guess. It all comes out in the wash, as they say. So we'll have a ponder on that, possibly in between episodes. But we definitely want to get that field bought and paid for today. And depending on the price of the sheds, we may look at getting those as well. But, we've got to weigh all the other costs and things up too. So, shouldn't really be driving into that ditch, but oh well. Okay, and we are full again. So yeah, I'm going to carry on picking up all this stuff, all this lovely hay, and we'll come back at the end once we've turned in these contracts, possibly when we're doing the last load, that sort of thing, and see how we are money-wise, because this is basically now just driving back and forth, picking up hay and dropping it off, picking it up, dropping it off. And I think it's probably the best place to sell it as well, because we don't need hay specifically at the moment. Pigs wouldn't eat it, and we don't have sheep or cows or anything. Let's just check the price on hay as we're driving down the nice straight road. Hay is, yeah, only a couple of places buy hay, and yeah, we're not going to worry too much because the direct sell point seems to be the best one. So yeah, I shall continue on loading the hay for the alternating contracts, as it seems to have decided that's how it wants to go. And yeah, we'll come back in a little bit again once we've got this stuff sorted. Alrighty, we are coming down to the direct sell point once more. We've got both contracts are complete now. I took all the hay off of field 121, and that finished the contract for field 136. I then took one full load off of 136, and that completed the contract for 121. So now all the hay that we've got left is all pure profit for us. So this is the first load. I'm going to see how much we get for this, and then make a decision. Because now I'm not expecting a great deal, because it is just hay. But if it pays for a bag of chicken food, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So let's have a look. And it does exactly that. It pays for a bag of chicken feed. Well, there you go. I'm fine with that. 770, if I'm doing quick maths right. 770 euros. That is a bag of chicken feed. That's chicken feed for a month. So, now this tractor is getting a little bit worse for wear. It cut out once as I was driving down the road up here. But if I switch tools, yeah, that may have to go into the shop for an inspection before too long, because I don't think it's actually showing. No, it's not got any visible faults at the moment on it, even though it's down to about 50% mechanical durability or something. So yeah, we might have to run that in for an inspection. But we've got at least one load of hay left to get off of that field. Possibly two. I'd have to check. It might be two, and then we can turn the two contracts in, for which we'll get about 8.5 grand as well. So things are looking up, and I'm also keeping an eye on this one, because we are going to need to be changing the oil fairly soon in this one and the other as well, the little T32. What is it, T32? I can't even remember what our tractors are now. But yeah, let's get back out here. Try not to hit any other cars. I've got to go all the way around the long way to get back to the field. But yeah, so I'll get the rest of that loaded up. Like I say, I think it's going to be about 1.5 to 2 more loads based on how much we got there. So I think there should be a road coming up on the right here. Well, I mean, I know there's a road coming up on the right here. I've just got to find it. It's where here that the road actually is. It should be... Ah, yes, this is the one. It foxes me every time. So, yeah, we got the long way round to the field. We might cut across the... if it's a grass field, we can just cut across it maybe, but... we should drive all the way around, I suppose. Don't want to be driving over people's fields and stuff. Although it is kind of right there. Let's do it. Let's cut across this. It's a little grass field, so no one will notice. But yeah, this is basically what we've got left in hay. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is pick up as much of it as we can, really. You know, I won't worry about all the little spots here and there, the little odd bits, and probably not the thin line, but if we can get 2 more full loads off of this, I will be happy with that. And we'll sell that all straight to Derek's sell point. I think the other one was not as... Oh, actually the agricultural fair, that's perfect. That's just up the road. That is literally like right there. Well, in that case, we're going to go over there and sell it, because that will save us less driving. I wish I'd have looked at that sooner. I was looking at the wrong price when I glanced at it earlier. I thought it was the one that was listed at, oh, what was it, like 42? But I think that was a point that's selling it, not a point that's buying it. So, yeah, that's perfect. That will save us a bit of a drive then. So, yeah, we should be able to get at least 2 full loads off of this, I'm thinking. Looking at what we've got left now. Yeah, I'd say about that. Maybe another half load, half, 2/3, 3/4. We'll see. So yeah, I will get that sold, and then we'll be heading back down to buy our field, I think. I'm gonna... There's no real easy way of getting across this. I shouldn't be doing this, but it's a grass field, so the neighbours are all friendly. We're not going to chew it up too much. Yeah, shortcuts and all that. So yeah, I'll get these last couple of bits done and sold quick, and see you back down at the farm where we can purchase our field and then sign off for the episode, I think. Yes. Okay, we are back at the farm now, just pulling in here, minding our lovely chickens. And yeah, we have got everything completed now on those 2 baling contracts. Just got to cash them in. We sold off, I want to say it was 2 full loads down to the agricultural fair thing. So that worked out well. But that tractor is going to need a wash and an oil change. We're going to need to do some repairs on whatever we can repair. Luckily, I've got a little toolkit over here. Lovely little toolkit, so we can use that for some things. This I had fueled up already and put some more grease in it, but it too is going to need a bit of a wash and maybe repair the old mower here as well. That is taking a little bit of damage, but we are currently on 19,000, and that is very good, because we still have to actually cash in these contracts. So we've got 121, 3 grand odd for that, and 5,000 from that one, which puts us up to 27,805. Oh, that's good. Let's check the chickens, see if they've got any food left. How are you ladies doing? There's a chicken in the feed. Okay, well, we won't worry about that. But they've got 485 litres. We're doing good with the eggs. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is get some more chicken feed. I'll do all the logistical odds and bods off camera. But yeah, so what we're going to do is buy that field. Because we want it. Where is it now? Field 45. How much is she going to sell it to us for? Ooh, only 6 grand. Well, 6,300. That is... Yeah, still doesn't have a crop in it. I think that was where we weeded it the last time. It is fertilised. But yeah, we're not too concerned about that. So yeah, we are going to purchase this field here. And we're not going to use it as a field, which is probably a good thing because it looks like it's got a pretty manky expected yield there. So yeah, we'll purchase. Where's the purchase button? X to buy. There we go. Buy that, and we've now got ourselves a lovely new field. Yeah, now that isn't a particularly good yield either. That shouldn't be too bad, our sorghum. But yep, so we now own this lovely field. So I've got some work to do. I've got to look at the shed catalogue, see exactly what we were looking at. I might get something with doors. I might get some open fronted things. In fact, if I wander over to here quick, just out of the way, pop it into the old build view. Yeah, there we go. Now I've got tons of sheds to choose from. But just to give you an idea of what I'm thinking of doing is going to be... no, this one will do. We'll start with this. Yeah, so maybe getting something a bit smaller, putting something here, sort of in that corner there. Maybe something else down at the back here or further up. Depends on what we've got, but I've got some options. I mean, that's quite a low garage. Obviously we've got this combine that we need to get in indoors somewhat. So yeah, I've got a lot of sheds to look at. And I mean, we could even potentially get something like that, but we don't have enough money for that, so we won't be doing that. But yeah, there's lots of shed options. You could say I'm a shed enthusiast. You know, even something like that. We don't need it to be a drive-through, but yeah, we could potentially lock it down there somewhere, or a couple of these ones. Yeah, pop one there like that, and then maybe one up here like that. So if we ever do buy that grass field, we'll have sort of access. I mean, there's be easy enough access to it all anyway. But yep, so that is what we are looking at doing. That is far too big, but yeah, that is a future us problem. So I shall have a lovely check through here, see what I can find, and get something sorted out for the next episode, and get everything sorted out. Yeah, so all the stuff off camera of just moving equipment around, doing all the little odds and ends. We've got our oil wherever I've left that. That's up here. Yeah, we'll get the oil changed in everything. Get the I've already got another bag of chicken food down here. That's not chicken food. That's solid fertilizer. We do not want to be feeding that to the chickens. But yeah, I'll get some chicken food, get some off-camera stuff done, and then we will be good. So yeah, for now I shall bid you all farewell. I do hope you've enjoyed whatever this was, and I hope we'll see you again next time, as we continue on with our tall tale of small survival here in Szpakowo in Poland. Cheerio, everyone.